Hey everyone, how are you today? It's always great to have you here with me. And thank God it's Friday. So today, without wasting any much of our time, we're going to quickly go back to do the review of what I asked you to do prior. Uh, so let's go take a look. So as you can see, complete the sentences with the correct information. Korea isn't a city, it's a country. You know, Korea is a country and it's not a city. A city is like Siem Reap, Phnom Penh, Bangkok, Beijing. It's a country. Horses, we use isn't because Korea is one country. And the singular verb we have to use is what is, but in the negative way. Isn't a city. Okay? Horses. Here we have horses as our noun. So we have to use what? Aren't insects. They are animals. Okay? Asia isn't a country. It is a continent. Number 4, bees and ants aren't animals. They are insects. Arabic isn't a country. It is a language, just like Chinese, just like English. Arabic is a language. I'm not a professional photographer. I'm a freelancer. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see what the next one says. I'm not a professional photographer. I'm a painter. Let me see. I don't know. I need to check this number 6 out. Let's see. Let's go to the next section and see maybe the pictures about a photographer or something. I think this picture should be for the next questions that we need to answer. This one's supposed to be, I'm not a professional photographer. I'm a freelancer. Freelancer is spelled Freelancer. Freelancer. Someone who is just taking pictures for fun, not like a professional photographer. Well, that might be too much for you, but it's okay. I'm going to see what you guys filled in on this blank. Okay, here we've got Miss Black. We've got, I think he's a driver. This one, Jim, I think he's a painter. Mr. Rice, I think he's a policeman. Okay, let's see the questions that we need to answer using these occupations. Here we are. We've got Mike. Is he a gardener? What is he doing? He's planting flowers. Okay, this one is a professional. Okay, Anne is a photographer. Sue is a doctor. So number 7, they say Anne isn't a gardener. She is a photographer. See Anne here. Mike isn't a, who is Mike? This one. Mike is a gardener. He isn't an artist. He isn't an artist. Mike is a gardener. He isn't an artist. See number 9. Jim isn't a bus driver. He is an officer. He is an officer. Sue isn't a photographer. She is a doctor. Anne isn't a gardener. She is a photographer. Mike isn't a gardener. Mike is a gardener. He isn't an artist. Jim isn't a bus driver. He is. Who is Jim? I think Jim is an artist. Jim isn't a bus driver. He's an artist. Sue isn't a photographer, she's a doctor. Mr. Rice isn't a police officer. Mr. Rice is a police officer. He isn't a gardener. Okay, let's quickly do a recap on this one. Complete the sentences with is or are and one of the nouns in the list. Use the correct singular form of the noun using a or an, or the correct plural form. Animal, city, continent, country, insect, language, machine. The dog is an animal. Dogs are animals. Spanish is a language, just like Chinese, like English. Spanish and Chinese are languages. Asia is a continent. Asia and Africa are continents. Thailand and Vietnam are countries. Thailand is a country. Butterflies are insects. A butterfly is an insect. Okay? Okay, one last review on our articles. Topic articles A or an, part 2. Choose the correct article. I spoke to her for a long time yesterday. As you can see, A is what, L is what, a consonant. That's why we use a long time yesterday. She was wearing an old dress. We use what, N, because O is what, a vowel. Excuse me. Number 3, Sarah is an excellent teacher. We use N because E is what, a vowel. That's a very funny joke. That's a very funny joke. We use what, A, because V is what, a consonant. She is a really good cook. We use A because R is what, a consonant. We have an exam tomorrow. We use N because E is a vowel. I have an appointment at 3 p.m. We use N because A is what? Is a vowel. She wants a puppy for her birthday. We use A because puppy is P is what? A consonant. Actually here what we're looking at is the sound of a vowel. So that's to buttress that, you see number 9 says, I waited for an hour. An hour, even though H is what? Is a consonant. But the sound of hour is sound of a vowel sound, or sound of the vowel. Or sound. So that's why we have to use what? N. An hour. I waited for an hour. Hour. See the way the sound, it sounds like an or sound. So that's why we have to use what? It sounds like or sound. So the doctor had a friendly smile. We use A because F is what? A consonant. Okay, let's take a look at this one again. Topic, article A and an. Choose the correct article. I'm going to a concert tomorrow. We use A because what? C is a consonant. My boyfriend is an actor. We use an because A is a consonant. Her cousin has a very good job. We use A because V is what? A consonant. Number 4, that was an interesting game. We use an because I is what? A consonant. Because I is a vowel. She is an honest person. We use an because honest has the sound of a vowel. Honest person. She is an honest person. We say even if you try to use the A, you see it wouldn't fit in well. Like she is an honest person. She is an honest person because the H here is silent. So the honest is what? The sound of a vowel. So we use an honest person. We had a really good time yesterday. We use a because R is what? A consonant. Bring an umbrella. It is going to rain. We use an because umbrella. Even though here, okay, that's we've got your you. That's why we use what? And. Tomorrow will be a hot day. You see here, hot day, hot day. We use a because this is not, the H here is not silent. It's a hot day, not an hot day. Even when you try to use the an, it doesn't fit in well. So number 9, Mary is a good friend. We use a because G is a consonant. I want to eat an apple. We use an because a is what? A vowel. For your class, these are supposed to be a recap of everything we've done this week. That's why I'm taking you back, to refresh your memory. But believe you me, I'll be sending some of these things across to you for you to do over the weekend, just to make sure you have not forgotten anything. Okay, here they say possessive pronoun or possessive adjective. Choose whether each sentence requires a possessive adjective or possessive pronoun. Example, that car is not his, it's mine. See, mine, which is possessive pronoun. It is mine. Or, that's my car. This one is possessive adjective. That's my car. This one is mine. Mine, possessive pronoun. Possessive adjective. This one qualifies what? The noun. My car. Possessive, when you talk about possessive, something like, when you're looking at, okay, to own up something. See, she's not his friend. She is not his friend. She is. She isn't. She's not his friend. She's mine. You see that, it's supposed to be mine, which is possessive pronoun. Because it cannot be possessive adjective, but the possessive adjective is always possessing something. For example, here I say my car. You see at the end you have the car that is possessing, is my car. That's why it is called an adjective, possessive adjective. That must be that thing that it tries to qualify, that is possessing, that is owning up to. So for example, when we go down, you see Robert didn't drink his own coffee. He drank hers. You see, this is what possessive pronoun. Pronouns, they're always at the end of the sentence. And you see, most times, nothing comes after them. They said, he drank hers. That is one of her friends. You see, this one is what? Possessive adjective. That's why you have friends. It's possessing, it's talking about the friends. Trying to qualify whose friends? Her friends. So her friends, not hers. That is one of her friends. The possessive adjective, they always have the thing or the person that they qualifies attached to them, just like her friends. His neighborhood is safe, while my neighborhood, you see, this one is possessive again. Adjective is qualifying what? My neighborhood isn't. My neighborhood isn't. My neighborhood. His neighborhood is safe, while my neighborhood isn't. He's possessing the neighborhood. His neighborhood is safe, while mine isn't. While mine isn't. Even though this time you see that the mine comes here, you will almost like want to put a comma before the isn't. My neighborhood is safe, while mine is not. My neighborhood is not. Did did your mother call? Possessive what? Adjective. Your mother is possessing the mother. Did your mother call? Your mother call. You cannot say yours mother call. I don't know them very well. I don't know them very well. You cannot say I don't know their. No. I don't know their house. What is that? Possessing the house. But I don't know them. The possessive pronoun. Very well. I don't, because you see this very well is just to confuse students so that they will think this one is supposed to be there or something. But say I don't know them, which is just a complete sentence. So this one is just, you are just adding this to qualify, to talk more about, to explain further about what had been said already. I don't know them. I don't know them very well. I don't know their daughter. I don't know their daughter very well. You see, I don't know their daughter. Here is now possessing the daughter, their daughter very well. I talked to my grandmother for 3 hours last night. My grandmother. It cannot be me grandmother. My, with possessive adjective, my grandmother, for 3 hours. I think I got my notes mixed up with yours. You see, it's always at the end of the sentence. Yours. Got my notes mixed up with yours, which is possessive pronoun. Okay, I think I've got one more on these possessive pronouns. Let's take a look. Is that your notebook or mine? I don't like their apartment. Their apartment. Their apartment. That's not my problem. It's yours. That's not my problem. It's yours. Your car is green while mine is black. Isn't their son older than you? Isn't their son older than you? A friend of ours called. A friend of ours called. So this called is just maybe to confuse students sometimes, not to confuse you, but just to tell you more about what is going on. You can say a friend of ours, he is. He's telling someone about a friend of yours. But what did the friend of yours do? He called. A friend of ours called. A friend of her brother. A friend of her brothers. That means her brother's friend. A friend of her brothers called. A friend of her brothers called. He is our doctor. He is our doctor. He is our doctor. Our doctor. You cannot say he's ours doctor. No. That's our house. That's our house. Possessive adjective. That's our house. Not theirs. That's our house. Not theirs. Is he a friend of yours? Is he a friend of yours? Actually, the topic of the day is supposed to be using these and those. My books are on my desk. These are my books. Your books are on your desk. Those are your books. You see, this is a singular. When something is close to you and that thing is one piece. or one item, you say, this is my pen. But when it is far away from you, when it's not near you, you say, that is my pen. But now you see the plural for this is what? These. When there are many and they are near to you, you say, these are my books. But when they are far away and there are many, you say, those are my books. Okay, with that said, let's look at some of these. Complete the sentences, use the words in parentheses. Parenthesis means bracket, like this, bracket open, bracket closed. So these books belong to me. That book belongs to her, to Kate. That book belongs to Kate. This coat is black, because you see the coat here is one item. So that's why we use what? This coat is black. See here they have what? Coats with S. That's why they use what? R. Tan is a color. So this coat is black. Those coats are tan. So here you have earrings with S. So these earrings are gold. Those earrings are silver. Here again you have a pencil. One. This pencil belongs to Alex. That pencil belongs to Alice. See, this one is that because you have what? One pencil. So number 5 says, so you just look at this one is pencil. So I will use this for singular. Sunglasses, you use what? These. I think number 5, I think sunglasses, you know, your sunglasses is sunglasses. Okay? So it's supposed to be, these sunglasses belong to me. We call plural nouns. We call them plural. They come in plural forms. Just like you have your news. You listen to the news. They're always plural. You know? That sunglasses belong to you. So here you have the exercise. This exercise is easy. Those exercises are hard. Students are sitting at. See students with what? S. Students are sitting at these desks, because there are students. So it must be these desks. I'm going to send you this one to do first. So when you come back, then we can do the review together. Okay? So that's going to be all about it. This has taken almost 20 minutes. Let me go take a look. Wow, it's almost 25 minutes, but it's okay. So you've got a lot to do while you're watching. Take your time. This is just a review of everything we've done this week. So you take your time, go over it again and again. If I were you, I would even make notes or write them in my notes and try to answer the questions in most of the articles that I showed you. Okay, A and an and all that. Then you do correction for the homework that I gave to you and tell me what is your score when you join the class at Zoom meeting. Okay, so for now we have to call it a day, and be nice to each other, be good to your parents. Bye for now, and see you when you see me.